guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm still here at this special location in California, and guess what? I have something very exciting that I want to share with you, and it's right here next to me. This is it. This is your all-new 2026 Honda Passport Trailsport. This particular one is the top dog. This is the all-new, first time ever Trailsport Elite. But before we get into this ash green accessorized Passport Trailsport Elite, let's talk about what's going on here. So Honda's not messing around anymore. They have done the business with their motorcycles. They have done their business with sports cars like the Honda S2000, the Civic Type R. Now what they're doing is they're going towards that off-roading. And it's interesting because for so many years, Honda has been dominating races like the Baja 500 and the Baja 1000. Now what they're doing is they're spreading that across their lineup. They created the off-road spec Trailsport sub-brand, and now they're expanding it by bringing a Trailsport Elite. So what does that mean? You're still gonna have your three choices, RTL, Trailsport, Trailsport Elite takes it to another level. Not only when it comes to technology, but also wait until I show you some of the touches to the interior. Now, of course, when it comes to personalizing your vehicle, that's nothing new. People have been wanting to personalize their vehicles for decades since the automobile was ever introduced. But what Honda wants to do is they want to make the choices for the customer a lot easier, and they want to have that Honda name that people trust and people respect that you can get right at the time of purchase or after purchase. So what I want to find out is, if you're looking for a crossover midsize SUV and you want to throw accessories at it, is this Passport Trailsport Elite the way to go? And should you be looking at the top trim? Let's go ahead, let's dive in and find out. Well, guess what? I'm not ready to show you this one yet. We're actually going to pan a little bit. And of course, when it comes to the Trailsport trim, you have two specific colors that are only available on the Trailsport: ash green and sunset orange. Now, if you haven't seen my review of just the standard Passport Trailsport, it's at the end of this one. So this one's gonna be a little bit abbreviated. If you want all the details, I'm gonna have that in that video at the end. But we're gonna get pretty in depth here. So of course, with the new Passport Trailsport Elite, it is a wider vehicle, that wider stance and everything to allow it to have more room on the interior. Let's swing it around. Steven's gonna come walk with me and then drop back, and then we're gonna talk about some things here from the side of the vehicle. So all about the design has been into going off the beaten path to really bring that off-road credential. One of the things that they decided to do is make it easier for you bringing things with you. So of course, you have those raised roof rails. We talked about how they did this back area like a backpack, but also making it usable so that you're not gonna scratch up the paint. One of the things when you go Elite trim is you're gonna get your camera system, that Trail Watch camera system, that when you are the type of person to really go the full distance, you're probably gonna wanna go that route because it's gonna allow you to go through those mountain passes that might be real tight and allow you to make sure you're not gonna scratch your sunset orange paint job or your ash green paint job. So we do have the camera system with that Trail Watch, and I'll show you how it's activated on the interior. When it comes to wheels and tires, there is a little bit of a difference. So on the Trailsport Elite, this is the wheel design that you get. You have the machined aluminum outer portion. I like the way they made it look like a beadlock wheel and the different separation of the spokes. And just like on the other Passport Trailsport trim that we showed you, they redesigned the valve where you put your air in for your air, to have air pressure in the tires. They redesigned that so it's not sticking out as far and you don't rip it off. You're still gonna get the 31-inch grabber all-terrain tires. There's general grabber all-terrain tires with the real deal shielding in the side, and suspension has been totally retweaked to allow this to have the proper amount of wheel travel. Now, just like the Passport Trailsport, this Elite trim underneath has all of the protection, oil pan, fuel tank, all of that high-grade steel that's thicker than anything else that is available from the factory when it comes to the competition. That's going to be protecting this. Now, as we come to the front, all new look, all new lighting. And what's great about it is that the lighting is full LED, the daytime running lamps, especially the signature amber color on the Trailsport Elite or the Trailsport. You have your LED headlights, LED fog lamps down below. And then, of course, as we come to the face of the new Passport Trailsport, especially this Elite, here is another big addition if you go top trim. You see this little thing right here? There's your forward-facing camera, and you even have a washer because you're gonna get the camera dirty. It's gonna get dirty. What good is a camera if you can't see what it's showing you because of mud, because of a dead bug or dirt? That washer is gonna take care of it. The prominent Trailsport name and the way they stamp that Passport name, it's really bold. I think that's the key word here, the adjective I want to use for the new Passport overall. It's bold, and that is a very good thing. And then on the lower portion, the way that they sculpted to give you a better approach angle. Underneath the hood, of course, you're still going to get that 3.5 liter V6, naturally aspirated, now with a 10-speed automatic transmission and that very intelligent all-wheel drive system. But why don't we go ahead, let's get inside so I could show you some of the special touches that the Elite trim brings, and then I'm gonna show you the accessories you could throw at it. All right, guys, we are inside this sunset orange Passport Trailsport Elite trim. I know you wanna know price. All I could tell you right now is that the Passport will start in the mid-40s, and you have those 3 different trims. But let's see what you get when you go top dog trim to the door panels. So anything that is a cloth derivative has been switched out. And you could see that in that midsection of the door panel on the armrest. You're still gonna get the orange stitching. You got enough room where you could get your potassium, 2 full-size bananas. Of course, you could get a bottle of kombucha in there, no problem. And then down below, some avocado toast will fit nicely in there. Now, going from the door panel to the dash, you do get the Bose sound system when you go Passport Trailsport Elite. We have our nice cubby here for your baker's dozen of California Twinkies. Those are Twinkies filled with guacamole. And you got that nice design located in there. They go ahead and give you some gloss black around the AC vents. And then as you flow in, all trims get the 12.3-inch infotainment system with our Trail Watch feature. So that allows you to go through, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna hit the camera button here, and that's gonna allow you to display what's going on with the different camera angles. Of course, you're gonna have all of the usual apps, real easy to get through, and wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. Real volume knob. We have our dual climate control, heated seats, ventilated seats. You got a place down here where you could put a box of candy cigarettes, 2 USB-Cs, a 12-volt wireless charging. And then this is gonna operate your 10-speed automatic. I like the way they put the anodized orange finish on all the different switches, hill descent control. Even the way that they did the leather material on the armrest with the stitching. Open it up, we got papers. Oh, wow. This is actually the official paperwork for MSRP for the vehicle. I'm not allowed to show it. I don't even think I was allowed to see that. Oops. Seats, the leather. So instead of the mixture of the faux leather and the cloth, you're getting real leather. Look at the Trailsport. Nicely embroidered. The leather seats perforated. The bolstering, electric assist for the passenger. Electric assist, of course, for the driver. And that panoramic sunroof. But why don't you go over to the business end? I want to show you behind the wheel of this Passport Trailsport Elite. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. You do get 2 memory seat settings. One of the differentiators with the Elite is instead of the all-weather floor mats that are just rubber, you're getting a nice touch of pizzazz with these low-cut carpet floor mats. I really love the style. The Trailsport embroidery, that embroidery is worth an extra 5 horsepower, easy. Full power assist, all within your fingertip reach. And then of course I'm 6 feet tall, love the room, the leather all over the place. The seats have been redesigned, more comfortable, steering wheel. What I like about this Passport Trailsport is they do the orange throughout the whole vehicle, a little bit of gloss black with the Trailsport badge, and this is a heated steering wheel on the Elite. And then you do have the paddles to go up and down your 10-speed automatic, manual tilting and telescoping wheel, and then you have that 10.25-inch digital gauge cluster that's fully configurable when you're driving down the road. But why don't we go ahead, let's get into the backseat area and see what's unique about the Elite trim. All right guys, backseat time, and I just love the extra room that's back here with this new generation of the Passport Trailsport, especially the Elite. You got the leather rear seats just like up front, all the way around the back. And what's great about this leather is you'll be able to clean it very easily when your kids get their powdered donut fingerprints all over it. Now up top, we have a pocket, perfect for a phone, maybe even put a mirror here. And the reason why you want to put a mirror here is not to make your kids narcissistic, but it's to tell your kids that they have to love themselves before they love anybody else. And that's an important tip. Super-sized pockets down below, easily get 2 cannolis back here, maybe even 3 large. We're talking about 3 large Italian cannolis. Command center, we have our AC vents. On the Elite trim, you're getting your AC controls, and you do have 3 stages of heated seats, and of course, all the usual home power source, 2 USB-Cs. Love all the leg room in here. You'll notice that you have the sunshades, very nice and convenient to raise and lower. That's on the Elite trim. And then you have the leather on the armrest with your 2 cup holders. But why don't we go ahead, let's get over to that ash green version of the Passport Trailsport Elite. I want to show you some accessories. All right guys, time to get accessorized with this 2026 Passport Trailsport. This particular one is the Elite, but remember, the accessories are going to be available for even the non-Elite. It's not like you have to go Elite to get all these great accessories. Now, before we just dive in, one of the things I really wanted to showcase, and what's great is that everybody here from Honda was nice to have this removed. So this is the actual skid plate, the steel skid plate that's underneath. And you can see just the thickness, and this is the real deal to where it will support the weight of the vehicle as you're going off-roading. Now, of course, when you're off-roading, your goal should not be to test the skid plate. But if you do make contact, it's going to protect you and protect that oil pan so that you don't rip it off and get stuck out in the middle of nowhere. And then God knows if anybody will ever find you. But that's what Honda wants to make sure, is that you're going to make it home. And that's one of those pieces. Now another piece is this guy right here. Now this portion is aluminum, but it just allows you to have that underbody protection at the front of the Passport Trailsport. And I like the way it's got the HPD stamped in there, and that color blends in nicely with the rest of the vehicle. So that is one accessory. That's an easy one. Now, jumping up top here, this is a second accessory. So we have that anti-glare strip. Now this is kind of like a twofer. What's nice is that it looks good. So it's gonna give it even more bold look to it. I feel like it just even makes it look more off-road capable just by having that there. And the reason why this is important is because when you're off-roading, glare could hit your face. And it happens because sun hits the hood, it pops off this beautiful ash green and hits you in the eyes. What this anti-glare strip is gonna do, it's gonna allow you to still be able to look forward without having to squint or cover your eyes up, because that's not gonna keep you safe if you're having to cover your eyes up going off-roading. So that's another accessory. And these are things that, like I said, I feel like it just highlights it. It highlights all the capability and makes it even more capable. Now, as we come around the bend, if you're gonna have anti-glare strips and different skid plates, you gotta have some different wheels, and I'm loving these. One of the reasons why I love this wheel is that it's a rotary dial. So it's like the old school. For those who've never used a rotary dial phone, you used to take your finger and then swing it around and then go da 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 da. I love that style. Not only does it look good, but it's gonna be nice and beefy so that you're not bending wheels out in the middle of nowhere. And the same thing with where that valve is to put the air in your tires. Everything has been pulled back so it's not sticking out 5 feet. 31-inch tire, that's an 18-inch wheel. So you're taking the stock tire and you're putting it on the accessorized wheel here. And if you're wondering, besides 31 inches, you're like, Joe, give me the other information about the tire. 275 on the width and a 60 series sidewall. Coming down the rest of the vehicle, one of the things I really want to showcase is the interior. And I'm gonna have Steven kind of squeeze in and show you when you go ash green, you can option this two-tone interior and it looks spectacular, like a baseball glove tan brownish tinge with the black and the contrast stitching. Another thing I want to show you that's an actual accessory. Check this out. If I didn't point this out to you, you would probably never even notice it. We have frame sliders. And what's amazing is the engineers at Honda were able to make it to where you're not losing ground clearance in the middle section here, but you're getting that full frame sliding, rock sliding protection. That is really smart. Another thing that comes to accessories, and like I said, these are accessories that a lot of people go and get anyways. And instead of you having to search on the interwebs and use Google, because we all know when you go on Google, all you do is you get a bunch of ads that you don't even want. What Honda did was they kind of cut out the middleman. Go to Honda, they have the Honda accessories up top. Love the way now you have that cargo platform. That's going to allow you to be able to put more things up top and really make this extra usable. Because another thing, probably one of the biggest kind of, I don't even want to know, I want to even call it sports, but things that have happened in the automotive industry is overlanding. Since the pandemic, that is like the fastest growing segment of what people like to do in their spare time. And that's going to be those things that kind of help. And then when we come to the rear of the vehicle, even something as simple as, oh, I just want the Passport name to be seen. Love the way they have these little drop-in letters to make that Passport name pop right off the back. But wait, there's more. Come back over to our sunset orange here. I'm going to open up the back. Now this is really, really smart. And this is a nice package deal here. I'm actually going to have Steven come. We're going to swing it around and do it this way. So you do get obviously a little spare. But if you're going off-roading, you're going to need something beefy. And what's nice is that this accessory comes as a package. As you come in, you'll notice that we have this cover here. I'm going to remove the cover. We actually have a spare 18-inch wheel with the 31-inch tire. Look at how nicely it falls into that little cubby underneath the cargo floor. You take this and it locks it into place so it's not rolling forward or backward. Plus you have all the clicking capability with the belts here to hold it in place. Now here's the crazy thing, and I almost didn't believe it, but I actually went to the store. I went to Home Depot, got a ruler, I got a T-square and a compass, and I was told that even with this wheel and tire in here, that it has more the Passport has more cargo space than the competition. Guess what? It's true. So more cargo space, even with having this here, and they give you this nice cover so you don't have to dirty up your interior. And you just throw that on there. But these are the things. These are just some of the things. There's even more, but they couldn't even fit it inside this secret location that we're in. But let me know what you're thinking. While you're doing that thinking, let's wrap it up here from California. It's been another great day here in California with Honda and the unveil of the 2026 Honda Passport Trailsport. This particular one, like I said, is the Elite, and it's been accessorized. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Are you excited for the Passport? And if you do get a Passport, especially a Trailsport Elite, are you liking some of these accessories that Honda's bringing for your vehicle? Let me know down in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button so that you can come back for more and more, because we're bringing it. If you are a subscriber, you know how we do it. Thank you for your support. Definitely got to thank Steven for busting his butt, because I don't make it easy for him, and we don't just do one vehicle at a single time. We're doing multiples. So definitely give Steven a thumbs up. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.